I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game is a matchup of two safeties who have been key contributors to very successful teams. It's Devin McCourty going up against Earl Thomas III. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan on to punt. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth. And it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Blunt, the lone running back. He's going to get the football. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line.
Field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet.
Very good field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
They come out here in the eye. First carry for Thomas Rawls. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you...
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Devin McCourty is one half of twins that can cover just about anyone in the league. A top-notch player who can play corner or safety. The tight end free downfield for the completion.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. It's a close game here early on. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing is Wilson. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
First down, this is Rawls. Oh, what a move. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Rawls fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They come out here in the eye. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So on 4th down, on comes Stephen Hauschka to try and get the Seahawks 3. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Brady. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Boy, he came in off the
At this crowd and turn things around. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 3rd down from inside the 10. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and this run goes for a touchdown. Seahawks strike first in this one. Seahawks with the ball early in the 2nd. Curse has got the reception, and he won't be brought down until he...